started like any ordinary morning. The alarm blared, the sunlight crept through the blinds, and the room was filled with the same quiet hum of the old ceiling fan. But when I reached for my phone, the wallpaper was wrong. A photograph of a woman I had never seen, smiling, holding my hand. I brushed it off as a dream remnant. Still half asleep, I shuffled toward the kitchen. But the hallway walls were painted dark blue, not the pale white I remembered painting last spring. My heart clenched as I realized, I didn't live in this place, yet every framed picture had my face. The refrigerator hummed softly, magnets from destinations I'd never visited clinging to its metal surface. Rome, Tokyo, Sydney, cities I had only seen in movies. Each magnet held a date, and each date was from years I couldn't remember living through. When I opened the fridge, I froze. Every item inside had a label written in my handwriting, but the brand names were slightly different, twisted, like mirror versions of things I used to buy. The milk carton read Almond Farms instead of Almond Farms. Phone buzz echoed from the counter. The contact name flashed, Emily, wife. My chest tightened. I had never been married. But when I stared longer, my brain responded to the name with warmth, a surge of love for a woman I didn't know. Her voice on the line was soft, familiar, too familiar. She asked if I had slept well, told me she'd left breakfast on the stove. The cadence of her tone made me dizzy with recognition, like I'd known her in another version of my life. I stumbled into the living room, needing proof of reality. A family photo hung over the fireplace, me, Emily, and 2 children. The boy in the photo had my eyes. The girl, though, bore a scar on her chin, eerily identical to one I had as a child. My brain reeled, searching for rational explanations. Lucid dream, coma, psychosis. But every detail had the crisp clarity of real life, no dream fog, no distortion. Even the dust motes in the sunlight were too perfect to dismiss. I turned on the television. The news anchor read the date aloud, March 17, 2028. My throat went dry. Last night, before I went to bed, it had been 2024. The anchor mentioned a new global law I had never heard of, the Continuity Act. My mind screamed, impossible. I grabbed a nearby newspaper, and there it was, my name listed under local achievements, an award I never won for a company I'd never worked for. I hurried upstairs. The bedroom was filled with clothes, technology, and documents belonging to me, yet none of them matched my memories. My passport said I was 5 years older. My address was from a city 200 miles away. In the bathroom mirror, I noticed faint wrinkles that weren't there before. A small silver strand in my hair. My body was older, subtly changed, not dramatically, just enough for terror to unfold quietly within every cell. Desperation pushed me outside. The neighborhood looked both familiar and wrong, street names slightly off, house numbers rearranged. The air seemed denser, colors sharper, as if I were inside a high-definition version of my reality. Across the street, a neighbor waved. "Morning, Alex," she called, using a name I didn't go by. Yet when the sound reached my ears, every instinct responded. I smiled back instinctively, as if those synapses had fired 1,000 times before. I checked my pockets. My wallet, my keys, my driver's license, all bore the name Alex Carter. Same photo, same face, different life history. I felt motion sick, as if I'd stepped between dimensions mid-dream. I tried to call my parents. The number didn't exist. I typed it again, nothing. Online directories listed names I recognized with slightly changed spellings. My father's name came up as deceased, the obituary dated 2 years ago. Tears blurred the screen. I read the obituary 3 times, forcing the words to make sense. It described a funeral I never attended, an accident I never heard about. My memories fought back, clashing like electric currents. That's when I saw the notification pop up, a calendar reminder, memory reintegration appointment, 2 p.m. My spine stiffened. The message carried an official logo reading, Continuity Division. I didn't remember scheduling anything with such a name. I searched the term online, but the results looked censored, repetitive, identical paragraphs explaining nothing. Every link led to a blank white page. Fear gnawed at logic. I decided to record everything. I spoke into my phone, narrating every odd detail, the room, the photos, the wrong memories. But as I replayed the audio, a second voice whispered between my sentences, "Stop remembering." The voice wasn't mine. Its tone matched mine, but distorted, as though another version of me was speaking through interference. It begged me not to dig deeper. I smashed the phone in panic. The moment it shattered, I heard a faint sigh, almost relief. At exactly 2 p.m., a soft knock rattled the door. Through the peephole, I saw two figures in gray suits. Their faces blurred at the edges, like unstable pixels. They held small devices glowing faintly blue. One of them smiled, unnervingly serene. "Mr. Carter," he said through the door, "we're here for your calibration. Everything will make sense soon." I didn't move. My breathing came in shallow bursts. They waited. I pressed myself against the wall, calculating escape routes. The back window led to the alley. When I opened it, the world outside shimmered, static flickering like a corrupted video game texture. I jumped anyway. The landing jarred my knees, but I was free, or so I thought. Every direction led back to the same house. I ran down the street, turned corners, and found myself standing in front of my door again. It was as if the neighborhood looped, folding in on itself. Each time I tried a different path, the sky glitched, clouds snapping positions like broken frames. The air buzzed with low-frequency hums. Desperate, I rushed back inside and rifled through drawers until I found an old tape recorder. On one of the cassettes was a label that read, "If you wake up again, listen first, AC, my initials." I pressed play. My own voice filled the room, older, calmer, resigned. "You did it again," it said. "You crossed the line between frames. Don't fight it this time, it only makes the world rebuild harder." As the message continued, static distorted the words. The last thing audible was chilling, "They will find you soon, and when they do, you'll forget again. This message will reset itself." The tape stopped. Then erased itself. The knock returned, louder, synchronized. I looked down at my shaking hands, noticing a small glowing mark on my wrist pulsing like a tiny beacon. Each blink matched the rhythm of the knock. I entered without breaking the door. The air shimmered, and they phased through the threshold as if reality obeyed them. One raised the device to my temple, whispering, "Reintegration commencing." I screamed as the room fractured into light. Everything went silent. Then, soft morning light filled the room once more. The ceiling fan hummed. My phone buzzed, same wallpaper of the strange woman smiling. The clock read 7:03 a.m. I reached for the phone, trembling. A message notification appeared, "Welcome back, Alex. Calibration successful." I stared frozen, realizing the same message had started my morning before. I looked toward the mirror across the room. My reflection blinked, a fraction slower than me. And just before blacking out, I saw it smile on its own, whispering words I couldn't yet remember. The world looped again. The alarm screamed. The sunlight pierced. Another morning, another life. Only this time, I couldn't remember what I'd forgotten.